In the heart of Africa, our movement is growing, led by young people dedicated to building sustainable and climate-resilient futures for our planet. Why is this important? Climate change is intensifying the existing social inequalities worldwide. But in Africa, this is particularly pressing, with very severe consequences.
Waste is polluting our cities. Heat-related deaths are on the rise. Floods and droughts are displacing millions of people each year while worsening socio-economic conditions. And over 50% of our population still live without access to energy.
These challenges disproportionately affect the most marginalized in society: women, children, and youth. At the Green Africa Youth Organization, we've made it our mission to address such challenges head-on. Our vision is clear: a climate-resilient and sustainable Africa led by its young people.
Through a community-led zero waste model, we support local governments and essential waste workers, both formal and informal, to increase waste prevention and collection, apply innovation across the entire waste value chain, and deploy indigenous knowledge in cross-border learning and knowledge sharing.
In turn, we are promoting waste reduction from landfills, reducing methane emissions, preventing waste burning, restoring dignities of frontline workers who keep our cities clean, and creating the much-needed green jobs for Africa's steaming workforce.
Our goal is to mainstream zero waste as a solution to Africa's waste management burden.
By learning with communities and co-designing adaptation measures together, we are able to provide essential resources to enhance those on the front line to better prepare for, respond to and adapt to climate change while mitigating the socio-economic impact of extreme weather events.
We equip climate-affected communities with skills to access alternative livelihood, reduce conflict on natural resources, and development of community-led climate solutions.
In 2020, GAYO launched a bold initiative targeting students with the aim of preparing Africa's next generation of environmental leaders, called the GAYO Eco Club. This initiative collaborates with academic and training institutions to empower students in building new skills and enhancing their employability to bridge the workforce gap.
In energy and just transition, we are training young leaders and entrepreneurs in renewable energy deployment. And by providing energy access to all great communities, we are accelerating Africa's clean energy transition.
In addition to these on-the-ground initiatives, we collaborate with local and sub-national government, municipalities, mayors, and other policymakers in establishing institutionalized mechanisms for youth and marginalized community participation in climate policy making across all levels.
Our youth climate councils provide platforms for young people to actively influence policies to ensure inclusive climate action at regional, national, and subnational levels.
Through partnerships with policymakers, we train young people in policy formulation and negotiation. This enables them to support their countries in intergovernmental climate and environment processes, like the UN Climate Change Conference of Parties, the COPs, and the United Nations Environment Assembly.
To date, GAYO has grown to over 40 employees spread across 9 African countries. We have empowered over 5,000 women and supported over 50,000 youth in skills development in Africa.
Trained over 100 youth climate negotiators in Africa, widened the scale of policy influence through the establishment of about 9 youth climate councils across the globe.
Supported 7 municipalities to adopt zero waste solutions and planted more than 50,000 native tree species while creating over 1,000 green jobs.
For the GAYO Eco Club initiative, we're successfully working with 38 universities and 50 high schools across Africa. To date, we have a registered membership of 10,000 students. Through this collaboration, we have trained over 6,500 members and established 4 eco-enterprises at a small scale, which are directly led by these students.
At GAYO, whether it's through policy influencing,
workforce development, green jobs and entrepreneurship. We believe solutions are durable when they are locally led and owned by communities. And in sub-Saharan Africa, where young people make up 70% of the population, we are committed to empowering them to deliver these solutions.
Our projects, like the Africa Climate Innovation Challenge and Climate Research Fund for African students, remove barriers and provide resources for early career researchers and young innovators to deliver cutting-edge climate research and become leaders in the diverse climate sectors.
We can't do this alone. Join us to shape the future we want. The future when the community is less vulnerable and no one is left behind.
Service to nature.
Service to humanity.
Service to frontline workers.
Service to cities and municipalities. Service towards equity and inclusion.
Service to students for a better future.
Service to youth and communities for climate resilience.
Service to everyone, everywhere.